Welcome back. So I've played a little bit since the last video that I recorded. I did a little bit of live streaming of this Titan. I will leave my Twitch link down in the description. Feel free to check that out. I'm going to try and do that a couple of times. What I'm going to talk about today... Headset's not working. What I'm going to talk about today is I'll go over the season artifact that I unlocked. I played one of the story missions for the current season, and I got another sort of item for my character that allows me to unlock some additional perks. This is something that happens every season. I'm going to do that. I'll talk about that. I'm going to talk about champions, which are sort of some enemies that are a little bit for higher level content. They have some additional mechanics that the artifact that I get allows us to take care of. What else? And then I'm going to try doing a Legend Lost Sector. So we went over Lost Sectors a couple of videos ago. There are those sort of little hidden areas on each of the worlds. Every day there's a rotating one that you can do, and you have a chance to get exotic gear for your character. So it's up at level 1830, so it might be a little bit higher than what we have access to right now, but I'll give it a try and see. I also did last time, or between the last video and this one, I did a run of Dares of Eternity, which is another PvE thing that we have access to for free. I believe I recorded that. I'll take that video and upload that as well. I didn't end up doing the raid on this character, although I did complete Vault of Glass last night on my other character, which was my first raid completion in general. It took quite a while, but with some persistence we made it through. So I need to check out my headset real quick. It's not really working. It wasn't working because my USB cord was plugged into the wrong Xbox. There we go. All right. Last video I recorded, we completed the Prophecy Dungeon for the first time, which was a lot of fun. All right. We're going to go ahead and go to the tower. Then when I'm there, I'll talk a little bit about the artifact. So I completed, we're in Season of the Wish right now. I completed the sort of first quest line, first quest for the Season of the Wish quest line, and then it unlocked an artifact. So you hit start, open your character screen, and it's this additional item down here. It's going to expire at the end of this season, so what we choose here, these perks won't carry over to the next one. But what we have here will be active during this season. I'll wait till we load in so it doesn't log me out of the menu screen. Okay. So down here we can hit Y to take a look at it. And notice it gives us a number of different perks that we can choose from. So ultimately there's going to be 12 different unlocks that we have. You have to gain experience points to unlock them. But then once you unlock them, you can come and select these different perks. So there's a couple things. I'll go over this first column in just a second. But we have stuff like Blast Radius, Rapid Final Blows with Rocket Launchers, Grant, Armor Charge, which is something we haven't talked about, but it's a little buff. Casting your solar super grants nearby allies radiant. Let's see. Rocket launchers are effective against overload champions. Causing damage with a solar ability weakens champions. So you can come through and basically unlock these perks for your character. So for this season, the solar subclass, which we haven't used, and the stasis subclass, which we don't have access to, are sort of the prioritized damage subtypes. We're not really using either of those, so some of these don't really apply, but that's fine. So this first column, this is where this is going to come in when we're talking about champions. So champions are strong enemies and high-level content that have a little bit of different abilities than the enemies we've run into before. Probably the most difficult enemies we've run into are ones that have shields, right? They have some sort of elemental shield that we have to, take down the shield before we kill them. There's 3 additional types of enemies. They're called barrier champions, unstoppable champions, and overload champions. So with barrier champions, basically they have a lot of health. You take their health down, I don't know, maybe to 75%. Then they stop and they put up a shield. Then you have to shoot that shield with basically a gun that can pierce that shield. If you don't, then that enemy will quickly regain their health, and you'll just be repeating that over and over. I'll go over some examples of this in the content that we play, but I thought I'd do a high-level overview right now. Unstoppable champions are ones that they have a lot of health, and then basically, you can't really take down their health very fast unless you stun them. And so if you have a gun that has this unstoppable mod on it, in this case, we unlocked the unstoppable hand cannon, what you have to do is you have to aim down the sights for maybe a second or two. You'll get a buff sort of called unstoppable something or other. Then you shoot the champion, and it stuns it. You can get some damage on it, and then you rinse and repeat until it's dead. And then finally, probably the most aggravating of these is the overload champion. And these are ones that, unless you keep sustained fire from an overload weapon, they will quickly regain their health. But if you keep the sustained fire on them, you'll keep stunning them, and they won't regain their health. With all of these champions, you have the ability to use your finisher. I think the finisher, your ability to use the finisher comes up when they have 20% of health left. So if you're able to get close enough to them, that's a quick way to easily finish them off. So right now, we've got sidearms for barrier champions, hand cannons for unstoppable champions, and auto rifles for overload champions. Now I'm going to take a look and see if we go to our map and then go to destinations. There should be somewhere down here in the EDZ, we see this little blue lost sector symbol. That means that's where the legend lost sector is for today. So if we open this up and take a look, there will be this guy right here. So I'm going to put our marker on it so we get there easily. To be able to do the higher difficulties, you have to complete it first. So we're going to do one run where we go through and complete this. But let's take a look at this menu right now. So we see this one, that ultimately this lost sector will have barrier champions and overload champions. So we're going to need a sidearm and an auto rifle. The enemies have arc shields, and solar damage hits you harder. So while we're here in the tower, let's make sure we have a sidearm, which we do, and an auto rifle, which we've got a pretty good one. Now, I think we have it where the rocket launchers do good damage against overload champions. So maybe I'll put that guy on. We can give that a try. Alright, so I'm going to go pick up some bounties real quick, and then we'll go try it out. Like I said, the higher level ones are like level 1830 is recommended. So that may be a little bit higher than what we're able to do, but we'll give it a try.
Let's get you back.
See what you got,
there.
Banshee. Bow, hand cannon, rocket launcher, stasis. And he gave us a Snorri, which we don't need to use right now, but we have access to it. Alright, let's head to the EDZ and do just the regular lost sector first. There are some guns that you can unlock that are, especially exotic ones, that are have specific perks that make them strong against different types of champions. We don't have any of those. You can also check here on your character screen. It gives you some information about the different types of champions. So even if you don't have guns that do these things, some of your elemental abilities will. So for like overload champions, if you use void suppression effects, so we're using a void titan, I think our grenade suppresses enemies. If you throw that, then it will suppress the champion. Alright. So usually, as I mentioned, these change every day. You'll come here and there will be a lot of people just hanging around. There's one of those flags that you can get that you use to choose what you're playing. So we're going to do this lost sector just normally. We can see what it's going to look like. Man, I've not been very good at actually hitting enemies with that shield. Yeah, I have a feeling like this one might be kind of tough at this level. These are lasers that you gotta... I guess we saw them in the very first level. Whew. Gotta shoot so they don't you don't trip and trigger though. Yeah. The rocket launcher has the perk that it attaches and then blows up after a little bit of time. So usually lost sectors are set up in a way that it takes a little while to get to the end area, but then there's like a little shortcut. Dang, there's only a shortcut if you can land the jumps. That takes you back out to the front. Ooh, I almost died. And I'm turned around. You'll see in the bottom left, right beside our guns, where it shows the element that we're using, it shows the perk or the information for the. I don't see this here. It didn't move already, did it? Let me go back out to orbit and see. Maybe I have to reset it. Open director. It's not there. I guess let's run to the tower and see. Last time when we were playing, the part that I didn't record, we got some stuff done. We reached the soft cap of 1750. We talked to Saint 14, who runs the competitive PvP. We figured out how we could level up our armor. So if we go to an armor piece, and we have the materials, legendary shards, enhancement cores, we can increase the energy here, which gives us the option to add some more of these perks that we had talked about that other time. And similar with our guns, we could do a similar thing. It doesn't unlock perks, but it does increase sort of it's called the masterwork of it. And you come down here, and if you have the materials, legendary shards, and enhancement cores, you can increase and level these up too. We ended up with over 100 resilience, which is sort of what we were going for. It gives us sort of the most health that we can have and the most damage resistance. Alright, let's take a look again and see.
Why'd you two break up?
Okay, it's there now. Actually, I want to come over and check. one thing that you can do that I would recommend, keep an eye on Bungie's Twitter and I guess the other social media too. And there's an option that you can unlock some different items. So there's one that I unlocked, which was a.
Not gonna jam on me
We
this
go to
time.
collections. Huh, I don't actually see it here. We've got shaders. It's supposed to be an emblem that was unlocked. Here we go, yeah. This was a free one for Year of the Dragon, maybe? I think it was for the Chinese New Year. They just had a code for it. You can go to the Bungie website. Yeah, nice. That's a cool looking one. You can go to the Bungie website and if you link your account, sometimes they'll post codes that you can get items and gear. Alright, so we're going to head back to the EDZ. Kind of wish I had dropped off some of these guns, but I think we'll be okay. I completed a one of the exotic challenges we got when we leveled up and bought our subclasses. I got a chess piece called the Heart of Inmost Light. And this has a perk that, using the ability, empowers the other abilities. While we're here, I'll go ahead and level up. So I leveled it up to 3 energy, and I'm going to put in, let's do strength. Let's do a discipline mod. We'll get that above 20, and we can do, we can't do mobility too. Actually, let's just put our recovery up. Level it up. Level it up. We're doing recovery. And sure, we only have room for this, so we'll do that. So now it's going to be the real test. Alright, so remember this rotates every day. What we're going to do is we're going to start this lost sector, take a look at it. Actually, before we do that, let's take a look and see if it tells us what our rewards are. It doesn't actually. I wonder if maybe since we're on the free one that we don't have access to the exotics. This just says it's. Yeah, it looks like you just get a legendary weapon, which is fine. We'll give this a try and see what happens. When you load into one of these Legend or Master versions, you're locked into whatever guns and classes items you had equipped. so you can't change anything. Yeah, this may be. We're taking full clips to take down the dreads. Maybe we need to be leveling up a little bit further. Ooh-wee, man. And these, you only have a certain amount of revives. We see we're down to 1 revive left. We'll just go as far as we can and see what happens. There's one of those barrier servitors. Back off a second. Woo! I don't think this is going to happen, guys. Oh no, I got sniped. No revives left. They're doing me dirty. Oh, well, that does it. All right, so that's something that we can strive for. But you'll see those champions in other content too. They're in Dares of Eternity. They're in, yeah, in some of the Night Falls. So, well, at least we got some good information about the different types of champions and what to do about them. Now, to actually do those lost sectors, we gotta level up our light level a little bit. I guess in the meantime, let's take a look and see if there's anything else that we haven't done. I did a Dares of Eternity. Oh yeah, I think I did some public events in the Dreaming City. But let's actually go, let's see if we can go to the moon. Yeah, let's do this. We'll check out the moon, and then there's a public event that happens over here called the Altars of Sorrow that you can get gear from. I can put on some kind of goofy, well, some different stuff now. Maybe I'll do... I'll stay with Sentinel, and I've got the Sentinel shield on. I'll keep that going. This is the minute we'll come talk to Eris. She should be able to give us some quests, I believe.
The fight continues.
Nope, these all require Shadowkeep. That's fine. We can still go do the public events over here. What did I end up getting? Oh, it was that dang chess piece. This is a public event where you gotta go through a couple waves of enemies. You gotta take down and prevent these larger enemies from going and depositing themselves in this area. There's a couple waves of enemies that come out. There's 7 total waves. Each of them gets harder, and there's more enemies that come out. We're on the 3rd wave right now. So they're coming out of this big green area, and they're trying to go over to that area. And we're just trying to prevent them from doing it. So if I got a shotgun I can put on. So you defeat some enemies, defeat some waves of enemies, and then you go to the next spot and do the same thing. So this is what we're protecting. And they're coming out of over here. I like using this tractor cannon because it debuffs the bad guys, makes them easier to kill. And the Xbox has seen better days. After a couple kills, these wizards will come out. You need to kill this. There's a knight that drops a sword. It's pretty fun to use. Pick it up. And you use this to go take out the wizard's shields. And then you go back to waves. Ooh. Oh, I forgot. As you get to additional levels, there's multiple places the enemies can come from. Woo. Getting hit hard, so if I put down my shield, it gives me an ogre shield and heals me some. As you get more places these enemies can come out, you gotta kind of rotate around and make sure you're watching both sides. Stop running. Head to the next area. There we go. Pick up the relic, go take out the wizards. So there's a whole other one over here. That was not the shield, the sword guy. Where is he? Here we go. Alright. I'm going to put on a rocket launcher. Running all over the place. Yeah. Need to pick up some of this ammo. Where are they coming from? Over here. Got that guy, now over here. Okay, we're at the final altar now. With this, there's a big boss that shows up in the middle. You take him down to 2/3 health, and you gotta go prevent some people trying to inject themselves there. And when you do that, then he's at 25 to 33%. These guys are going to try and come and inject themselves here, and we got to prevent that. And then back up to the top. I'm going to grab some of these orbs. Some of this ammo. And then we gotta do it again. That did not work like I wanted it to. Oh, that guy just completely... That wizard went in untouched. Oh. And you get some loot. We got a rocket launcher. Put this guy on. Rocket launcher, rangefinder, quick draw. It's alright. What's the highest level? We got 1751, 1755, 1731, 1750. Okay. Alright. That might be... I guess we can do one of these in the Dreaming City. It's another public event. We'll go here, the Blind Well. I did this last time, but I didn't record it. This is another public event. It's usually easier if there's multiple people here. There is, but not many. You can do different tiers. The higher tier, the harder this is. I'll do a tier 1 because there's not a lot of people here.
We can handle this.
Sort of similar. There's a couple different waves. You stay in one spot, kill enemies, move to another spot, kill enemies, and then after a certain number of waves, you fight a big boss. So we got it up to 100%. Now we go to the next area and do totally the same thing. Maybe I'll use this shotgun that we got from prophecy dungeon. Let's put on the major spec. See this guy with a shield? There's going to be another enemy around here that is also glowing. We have to kill him, pick up a buff he has, and then use that to take that shield down. Got him. Alright, we completed that area. Now into the next. And Blind Well is one that I think every week there's a different like mini boss that spawns. I don't think it's just random every time you do it. I do think it changes on a weekly basis. This is an area that if you stand outside of this little bubble, then you'll get hurt. I want to try and stay in here most of the time. I think for the lowest tier, this is the last wave before the boss. Make sure you're getting your finishers in there. What the? Okay, final boss. So this is a boss, he has a shield, we gotta kill the guy who has this debuff. Every tier you do, it's a little bit more difficult. Nice. All right, and then let's do one more. I think we have access to it on Neptune. It's called Terminal Overload. Yeah, here. Does it say? Oh, it requires lightfall. Let's actually see if it does. Let's see if we can log in, fly in here, and then make our way over there. Nice. The sword we just got has one of my favorite perks, Incandescent. Every time you get a kill, the enemy sort of explodes in a ball of fire, which hurts the enemies around it. See if we've gotten any bounties done. No, not yet. Although we have some Season of the Wish challenges. Got some more Bright Dust. Let's see how we are on Bright Dust now. 2,800.
Check this out.
I don't think we can get any of these bounties. I think it's this way. I wonder if maybe it requires lightfall to get into, like, to fly into that specific area on this patrol, but maybe you can take your Sparrow over there. Let's see. Is this where it is? Nope, it's in the next area. So go straight across. Let's see if it's going to let us go there. It does, and we can. Nice. This is another one, sort of just a series of waves, and at the end of it, you get a chest. Let's, so we start off with this killing combatant. Whoa, these guys hit kind of hard. one's on a time limit, so if you don't get the whole thing, I think you still get some rewards, it's just not as good of them.
The source of the static is shifting location. What the? It's the Vex. Guardian, whatever that disruptor thing is, you cannot let them take it.
This is when we need to protect this area from the Vex. After a certain amount of time, we gotta kill these Minotaurs, who will drop an item for us to take down these things up in the sky. Then after we do that, we gotta take down this big Minotaur, while also trying not to die. Woo! We might not take him down. We got 26 seconds. Okay, we got him. It's close, but we got it.
The static sharks are back. You've got to shut that thing down. And don't worry about collateral damage.
And so yeah, I think if you
Rather
don't end
rebuild
up
the city
getting
than the Cloud Ark.
all of them right away, then you can still go to the next spot, you just don't get as good of rewards. There we go, we got that pretty fast.
What's going on with the Legion's thingamajig? It's shedding energy like crazy.
Alright,
Maybe
do another
it can't
Vex
handle
plate.
being yanked around like that. Let's see what happens when you push it to the limit.
it's not a good long-range weapon. We take these, we do this special plate, now we gotta go take down those things again. We gotta find the Minotaurs. Where are they? Oh, down here. Pick up this arc thing. Then we kill a big Minotaur. Nice, that was a quick takedown. This next area, there's going to be some of these little guys that we got a little mark over their heads. We got to take them down because they're going to drop bombs on us. Where's the last guy? Oh. Ooh-wee. We take down his health most of the way, then more of these guys are coming out. Whew. On these tanks, you want to take out their like wheels.
Keep pushing, Guardian. This fight is almost through.
I think this is the third area. Then there's a. This is kind of where the big final boss will be. So, boss here has a shield. We're gonna wait a little bit, and then out of this area and across the way will be an enemy that right here spawns that has a buff that we'll use to take down the shields. Running away. My. Oh, I guess there is one more. I don't have any good weapons for this guy. Whew. He one stomps me. I don't think this guy has a ton limit though, which is nice. Look. After a certain amount of health, he pops up these crystals that we gotta go take out. These crystals give him a shield. Oh, leave me alone, man. Don't look at me. Woo! More crystals. Nice, there we go.
There it goes.
And after that, here, there's some chests you can get.
And, yep, sounds like the cloud arc's back to normal. Keep this up and you might just turn in honorary
There's, if you play this enough and do some more stuff on New Muna, there's other ways to get other keys. I don't know if we can get that because we got the free to play, but... Okay, cool. So that's that. I think that might be the last of the major public events. It's Neptune, Europa. Europa has some, it's like enemies fighting against each other. I haven't done too much with it, and it's not quite as organized as this. Sabathun's Throne World, I think, is sort of similar. We did the one on the moon in Dreaming City. Okay. Cool. I'm going to go back to the tower and turn some stuff in. Let's see. Let's level this guy up to 1750. And also, other ways to level up, you'll see down here, once you have this artifact, every time you level this up, you actually get an additional level of power. So we're actually probably only around 1750 right now, but we have 7 additional power from this. 1750. Yeah, you'll see our average is going to be right around 1750. But we have additional levels because of that. Let's see what sort of stuff we got here.
Underway. Transfer. Please, Guardian. It's busy.
Let's see how we are with legendary shards. We don't have that many. Let's go take a look and see how we're doing. Let's see if we have any engrams we can.
What do you need?
No, nothing there.
Getting out there.
We'll drop off a few of our guns. Let's drop off this guy for now. This guy for now. This guy for now. Both of those are good. Let's see where we are. If we have any duplicates that we can get rid of. Nope, not right now. Wait. So abide the return. I think we might have that already. Yeah, we'll get rid of this guy. We've got a battle scar, and I think we have one in here too. We'll get rid of this guy. Hand in hand. Yeah, we'll get rid of this guy. I think that might be all the duplicates for now. Let's see where we are with being able to buy an exotic weapon. We need some Ascendant Shard, which we don't have access to. See if there's any of these weapons we can get. No, we still need Ascendant Shards. Okay. Alright, well I think that's going to end it up for today. We did a couple of public events. We tried the Legend Lost Sector, but that did not work out well for us. We need to be a little bit higher level. Yeah. So next time we'll continue, I guess, seeing what we can do. And we'll go from there. Thanks.